From the heartland to the North State, a CHICO author is sharing his story through a series of newspaper columns in a new book. That's a little later on KRCR News Channel 7 at 5:30.
KRCR News Channel 7. Get the facts right.
I realized growing up in a rural area was about the same, no matter where you grew up, the North State or Nebraska. Doug Keister saved everything from his childhood, including his report cards.
If one insisted Douglas always talk slowly enough so others could understand him, much of his speech handicap would be overcome.
My friend Doug is a professional photographer and author, and he has just released his autobiography. It's based on a series of columns he wrote for the CHICO Enterprise Record newspaper, and then all this stuff that he saved from his childhood. It's called Heartland, growing up in the middle of everything.
I was the middle child growing up in the middle of the century, in the middle of the country, which was Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska. So the people that have read this so far, it doesn't matter if they're from Nebraska. It's for anybody that grew up, in the 50s and 60s, even the 70s.
You know, some book reviewers, they don't really read the book, they just review them. I'll tell you, I read the whole book. I could relate to a lot of it. Doug's going to be reading selections from his book Thursday night at 7 at Lyons Books on Main Street in downtown Chico. It was in very small little sections, and it was a fun thing to read.
So you just didn't read the Cliff Notes?
I didn't. Read the whole thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Very impressive.
It didn't take me that long.
Well, it looks like it sounds like a pretty good book.
It was. I wish I could say the same about the weather forecast.